I know using AI-generated images in books is very popular in Amazon KDP community nowadays. And YouTube content creators make videos about how you can easily make coloring books from scratch with AI tools. Well, there's no doubt that AI tools are going better and better each day. If you remember, at the end of my last video about French government's decision regarding the delivery fees for books, I said that there would be discussions about copyrights of AI-created arts and texts in the coming months. I think using artificial intelligence in different projects is very interesting. And I also try to learn how it works nowadays. Because there's no doubt AI technology will dominate many fields in our businesses. However, I have never used them in any of my books for Amazon KDP. Furthermore, I have hesitated to create content about AI-generated books so far on YouTube. The reason was that I think this disruptive technology is going faster than the law, and this is quite normal. Anyways, in today's video, I want to share with you the US Copyright Office's decision about owning the copyright to images generated using artificial intelligence. You may already be heard about this news because it appeared on mainstream media like Washington Post, Reuters, and others. But I am sure some of you missed this news. I will not make any comments on the decision of the US Copyright Office as I am not a lawyer. So if you are looking for legal advice, this video is not for you. I will put the link to US Copyright Office's website for artificial intelligence in the description of this video. So you can check it in detail if you are interested. Let's get into it. Kristina Kashtanova is an AI educator based in New York and became an AI influencer on Twitter after her fight to copyright AI arts. Here is her account, so if you are interested in AI arts, you should follow her on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. I will quickly try to summarize why she became an AI influencer. Kristina made a comic book named Zarya of Dawn. It was a combination of text that she wrote by herself and images created using Midjourney. Then she submitted this book for copyright, and she obtained a copyright registration for her book and announced this perfect news on her Instagram. After her announcement, it became viral because it was the first copyright registration for generative AI art. As you see, this news appeared not only in US media but also in other countries. Of course, Copyright Office was surprised about it also because her application did not disclose that she used artificial intelligence to create any part of the book. Just on the cover, and there were the words Kashtanova and Midjourney. So the Copyright Office wanted to revoke the registration after understanding that she had created the comic book using Midjourney artificial intelligence. In short, after Kristina's response, the Copyright Office decided that the text was protected by copyright as it was written entirely by Kristina without the help of any other source or tool, including any generative AI program. Also, the office decided that the selection and arrangement of the images and text in her book are protectable as a compilation. However, the office decided that the images in the book that were generated by Midjourney technology were not the product of human authorship. So they cancelled the original certificate issued and issued a new one to Kristina. But the office indicated that the new registration would explicitly exclude artwork generated by artificial intelligence. After Kristina's application decision, US Copyright Office issued copyright registration guidance for works containing AI-generated material. As I said, I will put the link to US Copyright Office's website below in the description. You can find the guidance article and the decision on Kristina's application on this site. You can check both of them in detail for a better understanding of the Copyright Office's approach. Now, I will read some important parts of this copyright registration guidance issued on the 16th of March 2023. Please be noticed that this policy could be changed in the future. Therefore, always check the official site for updated information. As I said at the beginning of the video, I will not make any comments because I am not a lawyer and I am not offering any legal advice here. Okay, let's check the third section. I will just read two important paragraphs here. If a work's traditional elements of authorship were produced by a machine, the work lacks human authorship, and the office will not register it. For example, when an AI technology receives solely a prompt from a human and produces complex written, visual, or musical works in response, the traditional elements of authorship are determined and executed by the technology, not the human user. Based on the office's understanding of the generative AI technologies currently available, users do not exercise ultimate creative control over how such systems interpret prompts and generate material. Instead, these prompts function more like instruction to a commissioned artist. They identify what the prompter wishes to have depicted, but the machine determines how those instructions are implemented in its output. However, a work containing AI-generated material will also contain sufficient human authorship to support a copyright claim. For example, a human may select or arrange AI-generated material in a sufficiently creative way that the resulting work as a whole constitutes an original work of authorship. Or, an artist may modify material originally generated by AI technology to such a degree that the modifications meet the standard for copyright protection. In these cases, copyright will only protect the human-authored aspects of the work, which are independent of and do not affect the copyright status of the AI-generated material itself. I want to keep the video short, so I will let you read the rest of it on your own. Also, as using AI-generated images in books is very popular in Amazon KDP community nowadays, I advise you to read Sorry of the Down registration decision on this page after this video, especially if you want to use AI-generated images in your books. Because I think it's a very good example to understand the approach of the US Copyright Office. After reading it, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope this video was worth watching. If you think so, make sure to subscribe and like the video to support the channel. See you soon in the next video.